My first kiss sucked, and not in the way it should, trust me. I was 19. Basically, it happened one day. I was riding the bus home from school, and there was this cute guy sitting across from me. We were kind of eyeing each other. And then about 40 minutes later, I got off the bus. He ran towards me, so the two of us started talking. We kind of hit it off. And then he was asking me all kinds of questions. And really, it felt more like a job interview than questions from a guy who would potentially go out with me. I think the thing that's kind of frustrating is the games that people play nowadays. When somebody likes you, they ignore you, but when they don't really like you, they'll just go after you for attention. One minute they're interested, the next they're not. And really, I think our generation will definitely be the downfall of humanity with the way we handle relationships.
You too, Johnny.
So what happened after he climbed up the tower and rescued her?
She rescues him right back.
You complete me.
What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
And we stopped, and he asked me if I would kiss him. So we did. And then at that point, it got kind of forceful, so I basically just backed off. And he suddenly asked me, like, am I not good looking enough? Are you okay? And, oh, it's just, you're so beautiful. I really admire you. And I was like, yeah, you are good looking. It's just, I have to get to know you first. So, yeah. That was my first kiss. What I find sucks about relationships with our generation is that everything is just superficial. It's always about what you can offer to the other person, about what you look like, whether you're successful, whether you wear cologne, you wear perfume, you dress a certain way, whether you have something to offer in the person's life. There's always this whole you complete me factor that we see in the movie Jerry Maguire with Tom Cruise. This idea that somehow I'm gonna find my better half and the two of us gonna run off into the sunset together and live happily ever after, and that this magical person is going to make my life a whole lot better, which is a lot of pressure put on somebody, to be honest. And the thing that I really hate about today's relationships is that when two people meet, nobody gets to know each other. It's like right away, you're exclusive. And at first everything's great, there's passion, but at some point you get bored. And the reason for that is because the person just doesn't live up to your expectations, which is only fair because they shouldn't have to. And speaking from somebody who hasn't yet actually been in a relationship, I find it very frustrating how every single guy I walk into, it's like right away they want to be exclusive. And I'm very sorry, but the fact is that two people can only have a relationship once they know one another. Okay, it's not realistic to expect somebody to go on a date with you right after meeting them and to already be in love. Like, at that point, you're just in love with the idea of the person. You're not in love with them. You can only truly love somebody once you know them. Also, another really big problem with modern relationships is that there's a lot of codependency. there's this idea that the other person is going to validate you, that they're going to do some ego stroking, they're going to make your life better, which isn't fair whatsoever because we all have our own lives. A relationship is not about somebody who's going to complete you. It's about two whole people coming together who have the same vision for the future. If you're in a relationship with somebody and you feel suffocated, you feel possessed, you feel like the person has jealousy issues, like they cannot trust you, like they're always trying to change you, they want to change your wardrobe, they want to change how you dress, they want to put you on a diet, they try to act like your mother, they try to act like your father. Most millennials today only go into relationships because they're afraid of being single, because they're afraid of being alone. Not because they're with someone that they actually care about. It's more about me, what you can fulfill for my life, than it is about truly appreciating the other person. Which, as far as I'm concerned, is a form of exploitation. And that is just wrong. That's not love. Alright? That's codependency. You will only attract a relationship you want once you're comfortable with yourself. As long as you're not happy being alone, you will not be happy with anyone. For me, a relationship is not going to be about attraction. It's not going to be about whether you smell good or how much money you make. Although I do hope that you can at least pay your own bills. But in all fairness, a relationship is about two people who are heading in the same direction, who want to go into that direction together. It's about 100% acceptance. It's about not changing the other person. It's about understanding that the person is not going to be perfect, that they're going to make mistakes. And it's about finding somebody who mirrors the best aspects of you. And in general, in terms of most of the people I've interacted with thus far, I think so far there's only been one time where I can say I truly did feel appreciated. Basically, in terms of Buddhism, there's this whole concept that if somebody makes you nervous, if they get your heart racing, then they're not the one. But if you're with a person and you feel at peace with them, you feel fully accepted, you feel appreciated, you feel like everything you do is just really admirable for them, and you also feel this sense of tranquility, then chances are they're the one for you. And so far, for all the people that I've met, that's only happened for me at least once. With most people I interact with, not just in terms of relationships, but in terms of people in general, I always feel this sense of limitation. It always feels like we have to walk on eggshells, like we have to put on some type of performance. Like there's certain things that we just can't say to a person. And I think really it only happened one time with me, where I interacted with someone and I truly felt accepted by him. I felt like I could literally say absolutely anything and he would not react. He would just be okay with my scars, with learning about my past, learning about my vulnerabilities. I didn't have to water down anything. But beyond that, I think a huge problem for our generation is that everything is about putting on a performance. And for me, a relationship is all about being truly authentic and as vulnerable and transparent as possible. If he watches this, I truly hope he knows that I do value him. There's this quote too I like to think about from the philosopher and karate artist Bruce Lee, who used to say that love is friendship set on fire. Because truly at the end of the day, in order to have a solid relationship, the foundation has to be friendship. It has to be friendship, it has to be acceptance, and it has to be being able to recognize the person for who they are.